old crew.
Oh, I know that. The one with a melted hole in the ground full of power armor.
Yeah.
Just be aware there's a Death Skull Scorpion that spawns not far from over the path that you have to go on. Just be aware
Yeah.
of that.
Uh,
Sometimes it fights a bloat fly around there, but that's
yeah, kind of too late
Everybody's
for
died
that.
from it.
I had to kill it. I had to use my
You
last
actually
mini
killed it?
nuke on it. Yeah.
I hate that. It's one of the few areas where you get a hard difficulty on the northern part of the map. It's because you know that you have that wave pattern starting from Sanctuary and going out.
One of my strings broke on my guitar, so like the head of the guitars, like I have the string set up. It was my last string that broke, and that's the one that stretches farthest down the guitar. So what I did is I like moved the strings that are at the lower part of it, and I moved them up. Then I took that string and I connected it to them. Because it was the only way I figured I could do that. I do not like this part considering the beacon's in the middle of an entire group of super mutants, and I'm only level 11, and the worst gun I have, well, the best gun I have, I mean, is a hunting rifle.
Not that bad.
Well, yeah, but the only reason I have that is because I'm out of ammo and pretty much everything else besides my hardened 10mm and a flare gun, a couple grenades, a Molotov, and 3 shotgun shells. And I don't have a scope on my hunting rifle, so it's going to be kind of hard to take them out from a far distance.
I have a trick to get rid of super mutants if you'd like to hear it.
Go ahead.
You know pulse mines?
What?
You know pulse mines?
Oh yeah, pulse mines? Aren't
Yeah.
those kind of
Well,
hard
I
to find
learned that you
around
can-
lower level?
What level are you? If you're anywhere around level 14, you can get them in mass amounts. 14, 15, 16 other levels, you can get them the most often. After that, it's just changing to like other stuff.
I'm level
Yeah.
11.
Pulse mines and nuke grenades.
I know
Okay.
two
Yeah,
places on the
only
map
2
to
or
get.
3 levels.
I know 2 places on the map to get a nuke grenade. Like just
I know,
places that I've walked by before, but
Kill Children of Adam. They have it all the time. They're one of the few creatures that'll spawn at any level.
There isn't someone more suited to all this?
Cosworth, you were the one that asked me to come with, so don't be saying all that. Love this game.
Talking to me?
No, Cosworth said something stupid like usual.
Oh, one of his unique dialogues.
Yep.
I understand. I personally like Codsworth over all the other companions. Around all the way up until Automatron. After Automatron, I always get Ada. It's because their carry weight and their damage is OP. That, and I also like Codsworth just due to his little quirks. As long as you upgrade your 10mm a lot, you're pretty much fine with him.
I like him because he gives you, every now and then, he gives you purified water.
Oh yeah, that's awesome too. But Curie's much more useful. She gives stim packs.
Yeah, also I have half my crap in him, so I kind of have to keep him. The only bad part about this super mutant cap is there's a bunch of guys with missile launchers, and there's 2 brutes on the top part of this place with rocket launchers.
There's 2 guys that always stand on the dish.
Yeah.
Shoot one of them with a sniper rifle right in the head, he'll end up hitting the other guy when he starts shooting at you. I'll learn that.
I have a 2% chance to hit this dude in the head. No. The iron sights on these rifles are awful. Is it just me or
I always
it's
get
really
glow
bad?
sights. The whole zooming thing on a lot of the advanced stuff is pretty shit on you when you're trying to use a gun that isn't a sniper. Zoom is not a good thing for that. You want to be able to see all the enemies coming.
Yeah, no kidding. That's why I would put like a hollow sight or something on my on my pistols, subs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't even go that far. I just use a glow sight because I'm really good with them.
Well,
I'm
true.
extremely accurate when it comes to shooting. I've always been that. Even in real life, I used to do archery as a pastime. I could go into the parking lot and start shooting. I was able to do dead shots at 20 yards, which is really, really accurate for a bow, especially when you're a kid my age at the time. I was like 7, and I was doing dead shots.
What kind of bow did you have? Oh,
Not
Mr.
even
Gutsy.
recurve. It was just standard polycomposite, standard shape. You know what is the Byzantine bows? That's what it is. You know the one where it's just like 2 fiberglass bars stuck together with the handle.
Yeah, it's a recurve.
Cheap, but I was super accurate. Recurve is one itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it's like fishing hooks on each side. And then there's the compound, which the compound bows are the ones which have the little spinners and dollies and shit.
Yeah, those are the ones with the with the I don't know what they're called. Crap. Crap. What are they called? I'm an idiot.
There isn't really an official name for the minimal one. Like, you have compound bows, and then you have recurve, but you don't really have a name for the other ones. Some people call it Byzantine, other ones call it Irish bows. Just depends on where you learn to do archery.
It's a Cosworth and a Mr. Gutsy fighting each other. I don't know which one to shoot. Well, obviously the one's shooting me, so... I just died.
Gutsies are normally green or brown.
Yeah, this one was green, like a dark green. And called me a commie.
You should look into getting the Automatron DLC. A lot of people our age are commies. I mean, it's like seriously true. A lot more people these days act like socialists than ever in the past.
I'm gonna go around this way and flank the Mr. Gutsy. Oh, please not be.
If you had to pick your favorite kind of world in a video game, what would it be? Not the video game itself, but the world.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, for example, I love the idea of Skyrim itself due to the way that it can switch in vibrant areas, but I hate the world of Fallout despite loving the game. I like the idea of being able to see a spectrum of colors in a game. It makes my brain a bit more positively associative, so I can play it longer. Like, you can have a game that you like, but you can also hate the map. So I'm wondering what kind of maps you like. Like, what is your favorite map in a video game? You can even reference World of Warcraft if you wanted, but that's more like a mixed bag of different types.
I would probably have to say like a... Hit him once. Really? I hate when that happens. The Mr. Gutsy had like maybe 30, 40 HP left. My hunting rifle does like 30 to 40, and I'm gonna pause that. And I lock onto him. I forgot what that was called, Vans or something like that. That's, and I put 7 markers on him, and I miss all 7 markers, and then I phase out of it, and then he kills me. Also, my favorite kind of map is probably suburban.
You like city maps and such?
Yeah.
You probably like Aberration and Ark then. The most recent DLC is the one that doesn't come with it, but yeah. I'm trying to figure out what kind of map you'd probably like. Because like there's different types. Like there's Aberration, it's kind of confusing, but it's more like a city than any of the others. Then you have Ragnarok, which is kind of like Skyrim's open plains, like Whiterun. And stuff like that.
Oh
what
my
else
gosh,
do you
I
have?
downed
You have
one.
Scorched Earth, which is my personal favorite. I love Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth is like the most dynamic and vibrant of the games. Like you feel like it's really old, and like you have these bones and temples and ruins, and you even have massive deserts, and it's awesome. It's not as expansive or varied as Ragnarok, which is why most people pick it. But I feel more welcome there. And then there's the Isle, which is basic default. I mean, the Isle is probably like a jungle version of PUBG.
What was that? What the heck are you doing, Mr. Gutsy? Legendary Mr. Gutsy, sorry. My bad, I didn't mean to get your name wrong.
Steer clear of it, dude.
What's up?
If you mess with that Gutsy, you're gonna regret it. Level 25 is the minimum level you can actively take those guys out with ease. I've done the math on most Mr. Gutsy's and other robots. I had a lot of time on my hands a few years back. So did.
Ow. I super glued hair to my finger.
Really?
Yeah, I was super gluing something on my guitar. I had like a little skull that I stuck on there.
Super glue is very dangerous, dude.
Yeah, I
You need to
know.
make sure you handle it with care. My brother one time ended up sticking his own thumb into his forehead.
Oh, you haven't heard the half of it. Man, super glue is like my commodity, pretty much.
Mine's graph paper.
Why isn't Codsworth doing anything? He's just standing there. Is he bugged out? I think he might be just downed.
You need robot repair kits. You can get them in Automatron DLC. Super useful in the game. Especially when you have Codsworth and Fury before she changes. These, they always down themselves. Just take 3 fusion cells, a couple of springs, piece of circuitry, and some metal. Mix them together and you get your own little stim pack for robots. But there's a glitch sometimes where you can use it on yourself. I always found that kind of funny.
Hey, you know that legendary Mr. Gutsy?
Yeah?
It kind of was like dead on the ground like 2 seconds ago, and then it just exploded.
Oh, what that is that it damaged the back. You can shoot the back panel on it, and when it becomes critically damaged, it self-destructs. It's where the little nuclear fusion core thing is for it, but you can't actually hit it. You damage that back plate. You can probably see it on
How?
Mr. Codsworth, whatever.
There was an ant on my face. Where did it even come from?
It probably was in your hair. Sometimes they're climbing on the ceiling, they drop into your hair, and then they just find their way down. Look up above you, see if you have any ant trails.
Nope. Just a lot of dust on my ceiling fan.
That's probably where it was then, if it's right above you. Might be a scout.
Don't know what he's scouting for. There's nothing to scout out for. Brain fungus.
What they do is they go ahead, they find a piece of food, and then they head back to the hive, because they're the ones that have really good spatial awareness. They know where the hive is compared to where they are at all times. They'll just head back home. They're the ones that'll always find their way home, and they won't get in those circles of death, you know, where they start spinning around in massive circular patterns. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's where two trails overlap each other, and it just keeps cycling in itself until they all get trapped in it. And it can kill an entire hive easily. Some ant biologists are trying to figure out how they can make pesticides that make ants do that, or make a way to synthesize the hormones that make them do it.
So they would like what? Go into another colony and invade pretty much?
So they could spray it in a circle and make the ants kill themselves rather than using any dangerous poisons. Because it would just be natural and it wouldn't harm any other creatures but the ants. It's, you know, it's ant pheromone.
Good point.
That's the main point of why people are trying to do that.
They have like a there's like some kind of chemical that's out there that like you have in like a tray, and it's like not an ant food, but you like lay it like in the corner of a room or something, and the ants would crawl over it, and it like sterilizes them or something like that. Like it I don't. It stops their like reproducing organ. How did I break my chair?
It sterilizes the queen. They have these social stomachs which they store stuff in, and it probably tricks their body into putting it in there or something. Maybe.
Guess what?
What?
I got mad at Fortnite again, so I tossed my chair across the room, and now half my chair is stuck in the wall. Well, not half the chair, I'm being exaggerating, but...
You need to stop playing Fortnite, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fortnite is a shit game, and it's just going downhill. And it also makes people more aggressive than usual. It's one game that has actually been tested on that.
Hold on,
It's one of the few games that's known for that. It seems social games are more likely to do it.
Combat increases fans, but costs more AP. What?
I need to find the survivor note.
Well, this thing doesn't help at all, does it? I didn't know stealth boys... Oh, no, they don't. Never mind. Brad, scorpion meat. Right away. Okay, that's good enough.
For a second when you said scorpion meat, I was thinking that you were in my game for a second. I'm so used to my friends saying that exact thing whenever they come across a Fulmer. Fulmer are like these giant prehistoric scorpions in my game. They're terrifying as shit and I hate bugs in this game. Like real bugs I'm fine with. I can pick up a spider and just drop it on my foot and be completely chill. But like mantises and spiders and scorpions in this game, I'm terrified of them. I'm terrified of big bugs.
Like, what kind of spider? Like, can you deal with, like, tarantulas and stuff?
I can take up a widow's peak spider, or a huntsman, or a violin spider, and be completely chill and not have any worries. I'm fucking immune to black widows, so I don't even have a fear of those guys. I have this gene that's really common in people that are naturally born from California. It's apparently something that dabbles around in the genome around here a bit more. If you're in a family that's been around here for a few hundred years, you're likely to have it. It's because a lot of the natives have been interbreeding around here for a while, so this one gene is really prevalent. It's just,
yeah,
like,
because
if you're
there's
born
like...
in California, you're likely to have it, yeah. It's a very dominant trait.
Oh, I feel so bad right now.
Why?
I just had to kill some dude's dog because it was attacking me.
Honestly,
I
I
hate
wish that
harming
they
animals.
would have not manhandled you into this good guy analog in the game, because it would have made it so you could actually negotiate with those kind of people. I would have loved the option to just say, well, keep your dog off me, keep your dog off me, I want to be peaceful. That option was something I loved about New Vegas, is how not every animal you had to kill. There was like several encounters where you could actually talk to raiders about getting their dogs off you to negotiate. I loved that about New Vegas.
'Cause I'm an animal owner myself, so. And like, I don't know why, but every time I like injure like an animal in this game, I'm like, it had a family, didn't it?
I'm the same way.
It has an
I
owner.
absolutely hate hurting animals. I believe that you shouldn't ever eat a pet. I believe that any animal that you actively raise and care for should not be just given to slaughter. I think what it should be is that if you wanted to eat it eventually, wait for it to die from natural causes. Or at
Unless
least do
it's
it
like the Black
painlessly,
Plague
not
or
like the
something like
slash
that.
throat method. Yeah. I hate the idea of how people slash animals' throats to kill them effectively. There are other ways. I mean, I know two types of toxins that I could make right in my own kitchen right now that could very easily do the job of knocking them out so they would be a painless death.
Oh boy, you have no idea.
I mean, technically rat poison would be classified as a painless death since it's a neurotoxin.
There was
Yeah.
some. I was walking down the street one day, and there was some dude. He was at his house, and dude walked outside with a bowl, went back in his house, and got a jug of antifreeze and started pouring it into the bowl, and left it on his fucking front porch.
Why?
I'm out of ammo.
Why?
That's what people use
Dude.
around my area to kill animals. And dogs that are hungry and starving would come up and literally drink the fucking antifreeze. And it pisses me off so much.
That is cruel and evil.
I was tempted to call the cops.
On site for doing that.
I was tempted to call the cops,
you should've.
but I ran up when he went back inside and I just dumped the fucking bowl. I didn't even dump it, I just chucked it across his fucking yard.
I respect you for that, dude. Like, seriously, I absolutely hate people that would do something like that. It's not human, it's monster. Like, I make a
Ooh.
I make a divide between two types of people. Good people and monsters. And those are the kind of actions I determined. I like people that will actively oppose monsters on stuff like that.
I'm getting sick at the fucking thought of it. It's just aggravating.
Protect and serve.
Mother Nature.
That was a dumb idea. I like pickpocketing, the higher pickpocketing levels. Because you could like run up to some raider in like power armor and you could just take the fusion core out of their suit. And I think that's amazing. Ooh. Is this a nuclear plant? Holy, when did I get so much rat away? Whoa.
Normally you just pick it up without even noticing, it's everywhere. Since the most recent update at least.
I have like 30 something rat away. Oh, I should take more red X's. Hold on. Okay. I get like 2 from standing right next to these barrels. better than I thought it was gonna be. Beer bottle, yes, I will. Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Sorry for screaming. Lord Almighty.
You didn't scream on my side. I cut out just in time.
Like, hold up, help me. I remember in Fallout 3 when you would walk down into the town right as you get out of the vault, and there would be one of the iBots just floating around the town.
Yeah, Megaton.
No, it's like in the town, right as you get out of the vault, the first town you walk through. There's a
In Fallout 3.
yeah.
Megaton. Or are you talking about New Vegas? Or no, wait, no, you didn't start on Evolve New Vegas.
I'm
Yeah,
talking.
you're talking about Megaton.
No, you don't go into it. Right as you walk out of the vault, there's a town right below you. And if you walk down
Oh,
into
you
that
mean talking about
town,
the ruins?
yeah.
Okay, normally I define those as ruins. Any place that would be a settlement that no longer is used as ruins to me.
Ooh, rad. Ay. I'm getting out of there. I wonder, and I really wonder, what would Fallout 4 look like if there was like no bomb going off? You just run around like it's a normal game, like a normal town, pretty much. Wonder what it would look like.
Honestly, I don't like the way that they approached Fallout 4.
Why do you say that?
I find it was kind of lazy. They more boasted on the idea of nostalgia existing.
Ow. Hold up, my brain just farted. I don't know what nostalgia means now. Nostalgia, sorry.
Means something that has a positive light due to memory, despite otherwise factors. Despite other factors like, oh, I was raised in the 90s, now I have nostalgia for 90s stuff. Or, oh, I was born in the 80s, I love the Rockin' 80s channels. It's stuff like that. You were exposed to it when you were a child, so it's naturally more appealing to you today.
That's how I am with Hard Rock. Whoa.
I honestly prefer the 80s.
Have I really never been here before?
Where are you?
I actually have no idea. No, I never really went around this part of the map, huh? It's like a little neighborhood filled with super mutants. And a house that never
I know
got
where
finished.
you're at. It's like a miniature sanctuary, right? There's a
Oh,
surveillance
whoa,
at that
whoa.
end, if it is. Okay? And you can also find a Ripper there.
Where have I heard that name before?
Ripper?
Oh, fuck. Yep.
It's a chainsaw for the game. It's a militarized chainsaw.
There we go. Yeah, now I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's one of the few areas where you can find a Ripper, but sometimes it ends up getting knocked out if one of the guys ends up exploding. But seriously, it is not an easy place at level 11. I went there at level 17 and almost got one tapped.
Yeah, that dog didn't really play around for that mutant mutt or whatever it's called. I'm just making up names for this stuff now.
To mutant hound?
Yeah, mutant hound.
Yeah. Mutant hounds are kind of scary early game because they notify all the nearby super mutants and other animals too. There's that whole howl thing. They
Yeah.
see you, they get everything else aggro. I hate that. They're one of my least favorite creatures in the entire game, unless they're on my side.
Wait, what?
You know that there's an option once you get the Far Harbor DLC to get the Super Mutant Hound, and if you leave it at one of your smaller settlements, it'll notify everyone within the area of an enemy. I love that, the fact that that's one of their abilities, and it passes off beyond Super Mutants.
Crap. I got a sneak attack bonus. Sick.
I would be
Might I
so
ask
miffed
where
right
I
now
find-
if someone came across me again. I already lost an Ascendant long rifle and a club from me not paying attention, and right now I'm AFK trying to just get some water in me. And I have a diving suit on me, which would be so awesome for me.
Well,
to
get
have a
down,
lot of
Codsworth, idiot. Sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
Crap.
I love water.
Well, you have a rifle that I want.
I really want to find this guy called Big Dick Bill. He's the one that killed me. He has my rifle. So I really am scared to fight him, but I want to get my rifle back. I got it. I stole it fair and square.
You stole it first.
Yeah, there was just this logged off, like DC person. He was like a fully geared alpha. Like I probably had a wyvern and a friend with him when he was on, and he just logged off and they never took his loot. Or maybe he got into a fight and he just decided to DC off his wyvern. Because his armor was broken up like hell. But he had a really high walk rifle and he had a knockout club that was journeyman, so you're gonna be able to knock out someone really easy, even if they have a pike, because you can do more damage. That's the thing. Some items in this game that would totally look like you could take them on, and just because you don't know that they have a really higher tier version. Primitive is like the most basic, and you have like, what is it, Ramshackle, then Journeyman, and so on and so forth. All the way up to Ascendant. I actually one time had an Ascendant sickle and I killed someone with a long rifle by accident. Yeah, that was a pretty funny day, because sickles don't do barely any damage. You can hit someone and practically do nothing. You only ever feel it after like Journeyman. They're just pretty much a giant blade that you use to collect fiber in the game. They aren't a PvP weapon at all. But yeah, I ended up killing someone because he was all cloth. I won't just one-tap the guy. And I wasn't even trying, he was hiding, waiting for me. And I just fucked his ass.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I just got a Quetzal saddle.
English?
There's this, and the Quetzal is the best one in the game. It's a huge, giant Petrodon. You know, the giant pterodactyls? It's a huge one that you can build bases on the back of. And I just got a saddle for this thing. These things are so expensive and so high level. I probably will never get to tame one, but I'm still gonna try and hide this.
This is the bloodiest skeleton I've ever seen in this game. Let me take a screenshot of that. I don't know why I have to.
I love this new fossil thing that's going, this fossil event that's going on Ark. It's really fun because I've already gotten a Giganto, a Giga, and a Quetzal saddle from these things. There's these like little piles of bones you can barely see on the ground, but the ones that have good shit are always misty red. Excuse me, I just broke the hole. But yeah, because you know exactly where the ones you want to look for, and so far I've gotten the best possibilities. Gigantos can pick up people and just totally decimate them with one shot. A Giga is the strongest land-based tame in the world. Well, in the game, at least. And then I just got a Quetzal saddle. I'm so totally tempted to try and buy a Quetzal egg off one of the alphas on this server. Just so I can use it.
Won't be able to pick this.
Where do I find this Ripper?
It should be on a table. Like, you know, like where the comic is in Sanctuary? It's like
Yeah.
that. It should just be sitting there. But the thing is, sometimes it's like angled fucked uply, so whenever the guys blow up, even in the far off distance areas of the town, it'll just start going flying. It's one of the few things I hate about it. Because I always go there whenever I can, because the Ripper is one of the best melee weapons in the entire game. It's the only very fast variant. It just keeps pounding damage. And
Which
also
house is it
stunning
in?
people
Is it
too.
like in one of the ones that the super mutants are in?
Yeah. There's this one with all these little cans and shit. It should be that one.
Is it? Does it have like walls?
I don't think it has walls, but it has a little countertop in it. And there should be a river right on it, unless one of the guys ended up knocking it over. It's really a fucked up situation, because it's like half glitching in, so the slightest twitch will cause it to go flying. One time I ended up finding it like 10 yards away, because it had glitched through the roof because it went flying so fast. Well, because the super mutant grazed it.
Okay, I'm in the building, but there's a cutting board instead of the Ripper. And there's a machete next to it, so...
Maybe it's leveled. I don't know.
Oh, that's why I was getting
went there when I
something.
was level 2. What did you say?
Sorry, I'm sorry that I keep cutting you out. There must be like a delay
I
or
don't
something.
mind.
Well, when is there
It's
not a
just a
delay?
consequence. Yeah, sorry, I froze right there. I was just trying to get away from a bunch of compies because the player around here left a bunch of tamed compies around. You know compies, right? The little dinosaurs that completely rip people to shreds. They're like the little ones from Jurassic Park, which totally ripped apart the little girl in the Lost World.
Jeez,
Trying to think of
spoiler
another
alert.
example of where they were from. That was like the first scene in Lost World. You're not gonna be missing anything from that. God damn it!
What happened?
I just died.
Don't worry, I do that all the time.
Yeah, I know, but I died trying to find a place so I could adjust my glasses. My glasses are cutting into my nose. And I need to adjust them. And I just fall like 100 feet. I'm supposed to be more skilled than this. And I had the Quetzal saddle on me too. And now I'm freezing to death. And I'm gonna be able to make it up there to get my body. This is the
You know what?
problem with
I'm doing
where I
a
am.
frontal assault on these super mutants. It's not a good idea.
Oh, you're gonna die over and over. Not easy. That's why I always encounter the Ripper. If it is leveled, that's what it is. Because I know where you were talking about. Cutting board, which right next to it, I've always found a Ripper, so it might be just a leveled melee weapon.
How are you not dead? Puppy! Down, boy!
You got a puppy?
No, it's, you mutt.
I got a new puppy. My dog died recently. He was electrocuted, so... Press no secrets. My ground knows this whole thing.
Oh, hide me, cause oh crap.
Not near me. Okay. Oh shit, 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 shit. Please don't kill me, please don't see me, please don't kill me, please don't see me. Oh shit, 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 shit.
Did you run out of shits?
No, there's these things called, you know, the Allosaurus dinosaur. They're in this game, and they are dangerous as fuck. They will rip you to shreds if there's more than one. And I just saw 3 of them, so I freaked out. I don't like getting ripped to shreds. Especially if I have a Quetzal saddle and also a diving suit with me. Because they'll just eat them. They do that. Items. And you have to kill them to get them back, which I can't do that, so I'd be fucked.
Oh, this game. So that goes to here, which goes in here. I need to pick lock master. So that goes over. Well, here. So if I go up here, there should be a terminal up here, right? Right. Or it's just going into the building. It's probably going into the building. Son of a bitch. This game's kind of fun. 6 of Thunder Hunt. National Guard barracks. Oh crap.
I need a fucking black torch.
What's the difference between that and a regular torch?
You can pretty much hide yourself with it in PvP. See, black torches don't emit any light, but they do emit heat, which is really good if you're freezing to death like I am. See, this game, you can freeze to death very easily. Like, you can fight it with fire, but there's like situations where you don't want to die worth shit ever. Like right now, because I have a Quetzal saddle. Ugh, I keep dying over and over and over and over. It's getting really annoying.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounded like you said pretzel saddle.
Quetzal. They're really useful. And I can't get a Quetzal saddle until I'm like level full, like pretty much near end game. Okay, like maximum level is level 100, and I'd say like level 98 is when you get a Quetzal saddle, and I'm at level 7 right now.
This did I do a good? I think I unlocked the door. Should have. Yeah, I unlocked the door to the armory. I think that's what that was. Unless I'm a complete idiot and I did the opposite of what I was supposed to do.
Oh, the owls, I almost forgot about them. No, see me, please. No, no, no. I hate owls. They're one of my least favorite creatures in this entire game. Yeah, I know people often complain about Pagos, but I just find that kind of shit pathetic.
Boy.
Pagos are like these little rat things. If you get Ark, you'll pretty much understand what I'm talking about pretty quickly. Excuse me.
This place is booby-trapped to high hell. Holy crap. Heil Hegel. Bro, you're missing. Thank you. Okay, you hit him.
I'm spending so much time freezing to death in this game right now, I'm not able to level up. I need one level so I can get the enough levels to get like this chest thing in the game. Yeah, it's just pretty much just wooden chest. And that way I can store these Quetzal saddles underwater with the dive suit. Okay, I think the admin just switched it to instant day.
Well, I can't shoot him through here. Sucks. Oh, gotta get in here.
Doesn't suck as much as how I feel right now. I'm on my 4th death so far in like 10 minutes, so... I just keep dying because it's cold. I'm still freezing to death. I should probably make it. I need hide and wood. God damn it. Oh, if only I could find a dodo.
You know what amazes me right now?
What?
I just found an XO1 chest plate. Or torso or whatever.
Nice, dude. Where'd you find it?
Where am I at right now? National Guard Training Yard.
Oh, okay. Where'd you pick it up exactly?
I unlocked the door to the armory and I opened it. Came through here, killed 2 ghouls, and ta-da!
Normally it's a T61 or T45. It depends. Scuba legs! Oh, I just realized something. If I have scuba legs, I might be able to not freeze to death.
I'm stuck behind this thing of power armor. Can you please move power armor? Just get in it. I'll move it like this. Bap. Oh, cool. I have 4 fusion cores. That means I can go places with my power armor now. I've been collecting. So many cardboard. Oh, this sucks, doesn't it?
Yes! The scuba legs work! My plan was a success! I'm like knee deep in water, so it counts towards my temperature. I love that. It's such a cheaty thing. If I step out, I start freezing to death, so I'm just waiting in ice cold water and scuba leg.
Okay, and I can't do any of that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. I could do that, but I rather not. Hardened receiver, cool. Extended barrel, comfort grip, magazine size. I need springs for that. I'm gonna get the glow sides like you said, so.
It does make a difference. The zoom really limits your field of view, so you can't see stuff coming. But it does really well affect it.
I need 4 springs. Let's just hope I can find them just like in this toolbox or something. Please be 4 springs.
Got it.
Compressed power, full pipe. Right.
I almost have a full set of scuba gear right now.
I'm gonna scrap some of this. Scrap down. Scrap down. Laser musket. Can't scrap a gun that's legendary. Or is it good that I have 2 legendary weapons?
What kind of legendaries?
Stalker pipe machine gun, submachine gun, and I have the irradiated hunting rifle. And then I have 2 fat mans.
A radiated hunting rifle is a really good way to do a sniper. Because what you can do is you can just keep critically notching down people's health from afar. And then come in. What is the Stalker's mutation, by the way?
What? The
What is
Stalker's?
the Stalker mutation? Or what is it, Stalker legendary? I'm sorry, I'm so used to associating mutations in my game. These legendary and arc is like mutations for arcs.
Stalker pipe submachine gun. Mouthful.
Yes, but what does it do?
Hold on, I was in a workbench when I saw that. Let me see real quick. Inventory. It does. If you're not yet in combat, increases VATS accuracy, but costs more AP.
Dude, you should turn that into a sniper. Switch out all the mods, turn it into a basic pipe pistol, then put all the mods onto another gun, and then turn it into a real rifle. That is like literally the best, and that is like the best legendary I have heard for a sniper in like a long time.
It's not a sniper rifle.
I know, but it's a mess legendary, and it's a pipe gun. So you know you can just one tap, and then all of a sudden, bang, now you have a sniper rifle. Just find another pipe gun and then switch it out. Especially if you can find a pipe sniper on one of the raiders.
Wait, what? How do I switch it out like that?
You go into a mod workbench. What you need is you need a basic. Oh, okay. What the easiest way you do is you just start switching out mods. Take your thing and turn it into a standard pipe pistol, okay? Then after that, you then start switching those mods that you already have onto another pipe gun that is either, you know, pre-existing pipe sniper or just a regular pistol. So you then have the same gun, but without the legendary. And you take the legendary variant and start over time modifying it into a sniper rifle. I'd start by changing the stock type to a marksman, then add a long barrel, probably the most advanced type, the one with the ridges. And then I'd add onto it either a night vision long scope or one of those, you know, advanced ones. The ones that are like, you can put on your 10mm that'll tag people. I'd use one of those. And then on top of that, I would also probably use a compensator or a stabilizer, one of the two depending. It just depends on if you want to go for really far range or you want to go for medium range.
True.
It's like a mid-range sniper is the most accurate and well-rounded. But if you want to go for super far range, you're guys on your overall accuracy and use eye point accuracy.
You wanna know something?
What?
You wanna know something pretty funny?
What?
As we were talking about this, I looked to my right to this giant box, and guess what's in it?
What?
Light pulp, uh, light pipe bolt action rifle.
Okay.
That's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. And then over time, once you gain levels and resources, you can start changing it. Start with the stock though. The marksman stock is super effective. I always go with that first off. If I find a raider with the part that I want on his gun, I just take the whole gun, take the part off, and switch it with the standard pipe pistol shit, and then I just scrap the rest of it. Or if it has some pretty good stuff, then I might want on other weapons. That's how I do it. It gets rid of the level requirements. Yeah. Or I don't have to craft each one every time. I just waste a few screws, maybe an adhesive every now and again, and just the scrap metal from the previous gun. It's super easy.
Automatic laser pistol. I'm gonna scrap that.
Honestly, I'd take the barrel off of it and keep it for Righteous Authority. Righteous Authority is very versatile, but if you're trying to go for automatics, like what I figured you'd be doing with your pipe weapon, I'd keep it on there.
Oh no, I don't.
Always the best main laser firearm.
I don't do automatic pipe rifles. The recoil's trash on them. You'll be better off with a regular submachine gun than with one of those. Or the Tommy gun or whatever it's called in this game.
I'd still always carry around at least one pipe weapon. Because really the only thing other than whatever that pistol is called that do 308s.
The pistol that does 308s, I believe that is...
Deliverer, is that it? Why do these elbows get in the wrong places? Oh my god. I think
The
one of them just
Liberator?
saw me. Deliverer, I think. It's
The-
like the
yeah.
little lady's pistol thing.
Yeah, the Deliverer. Yeah, that thing's
Yeah.
the... Yeah, that thing takes 308.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a second, dude. I need to concentrate.
Alright.
There's these Allosaurus is like right next to me, and I hope that they didn't see me. They see me, I'm fucked. Because I have such good shit on me, I can't even build a storage chest yet.
What the fuck? Why is there just a random ass sentry bot here? Oh yeah, doy, idiot. I'm an idiot.
God damn it, that scared the shit out of me, these Allosauruses. Allosauruses, they are so fucking OP. They're like the biggest pack animal you can find, like pack hunters in the entire game. And these guys always spawn in threes. Like wolves, you can find them in 1s, 2s, 10s, all sorts of numbers. But they spawn in lower numbers, so you don't always have to worry about them all the time. Then you have compies, you just stick them a few times with a spear and they're done for. Or the hyenas. The hyenas, if they're alone, you can actually just pet them and they'll become your friend. Which is really fun. Anything below 3 of them, and they're just completely chill. They're either scared of you or totally friendly.
Oh, you are
These
kidding me.
These guys are scary shits. They will just decimate you, and they steal all your loot too. So you
How do I keep stumbling across a bunch of rad scorpions in the middle of the Commonwealth?
I think you're just really unlucky.
No, I'm by the house where all these dead fucking... Oh, you're kidding me. There's like a broken down shack right next to the melted down power armor and yeah. That's where
Oh,
they
you're
spawn.
talking about that place, okay.
Yeah, I just walked by it and I didn't even notice
It's a
it. I
red
thought
scorpion nest, dude. There's actually an unadded asset that I believe would have probably been found there called the rad scorpion egg. Or can you get rad scorpion eggs?
I believe you
I don't know.
can.
Yeah, there's like this asset that was supposed to be in like rad scorpion nests, which are like